What is up, card fighters, and welcome back to the Prime Vanguard channel. In today's video, we will be reacting to the 5th episode of Cardfight Vanguard Divinez DELUXE series, and I'm super excited to see this match between Akina and Kuon, the Fated King versus the Destined King. Now, I know I was a little late on this reaction, promise I'll do my best to keep with the rest of them, but here I am now ready to react to this episode and check out this epic fight. Now, if you have been enjoying this series despite some of the delays, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as don't forget the notification bell so you guys are always to my newest videos coming out. I'm still reacting to the remainder of this series, and at the time that this episode's coming out, we were only 3 days away between the Erica and Now fights. Tell me what you guys think about the series below. I genuinely want to keep the discussion going on how we feel about the card fights moving forward, and also give me any insight or thoughts you've picked up while watching the series. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this. There he is. Yeah, this is gonna be a good fight. Rezael versus Levidress. This is actually like real life meta right here. Oh, and he's gonna be watching the fight. I'm curious to see while he's watching if we'll get any commentary or understand his feeling on how the fight goes and checking out his progress since the last time that they met. Still a fight-starved zombie. Aww. You know, I don't know how I feel about this whole going to Planet Cray thing. We've seen the storyline like 3 times now with Aichi. Chrono, I think, went to school for like astrology or something, and yeah, I'm not entirely sure how I feel about it. Because I mean, they know it's a real world because the things that they be into, and it's the fact that it's a real planet or not. But I don't know. I just feel like making these characters more relatable by giving them a realistic goal. And while I understand that in this world that's something realistic, kind of, I guess, because of the situations that they run into for the cards, I don't know if I like it. I feel like it's a very depressing thing, and it's very hard to like want to support somebody who has like a made-up dream. Or if his dream was to like get back his friendship with Suo, because that was the only friend that he had while growing up, to be different, but that wasn't the case for Kuon and Suo in the prior series. Gray cells. Oh, his brain cells. Okay, that's some clever wording. Oh, she's conflicted. Isn't Lyle Odium one of the destined ones and not a fated one? I think it's a destined one. Who's that random girl just walking? Okay, some Shior. Fantastic. Ooh, he put Katawaya in his deck. Okay. So yeah, this is pretty meta so far. If he drops or calls Sargallan though, I'm gonna lose it. Foxy. Okay, so Pantherhead is one of the newer cards. I think that one lets you like check top 7 to add a Levidress, if I'm correct, and then it gains power. I was correct. Okay, so let's you check top 7 for Levidress. Alright, that's actually huge, because we all know, if you don't know what Imperial does, if you live under a rock, essentially speaking, it's a stronger version of the old Levidress. It gets you 3 markers. If you have original Levidress from your hand to soul, you get the divine skill of the original Levidress and get more power and more draw. Make a long story short. The difference here is that he can go into his evolved form much faster than Rezael can. But Rezael's got this new card as well as Severius. Front row gets 5k power. Okay, that's pretty nice. I'm confused though. Why didn't he go for the 4 attack play? Could he not do it because of his damage? Or his drop zone targets? He had 3 damage though. I think he only did 3 attacks here. Am I tripping? Katawaya again, getting Abilities. Yeah, I think that was only 3 attacks. So Twin Drive, draw a card, and add a card to hand. Yeah, that's a fantastic card advantage. Both of these decks are extremely well at card advantage. I mean, Keter Sanctuary's generic support is just insanely good. Oh, that animation is so beautiful. Alright, Levidress Imperio. I just thought about something. I just realized he still plays the Order, which is, I mean, interesting. It's another revival piece, but, you know, it's not a card I see played very often in real-life builds at all. So 2 markers on his field, 1 marker on Akina's field. Using divine skill here, okay, that makes sense. 10,000 power, critical. Akina, but Akina's back at 2 damage, I don't know. Barbell and Panther Head. So no Shermouth, which is interesting. I don't know what that back row grade 3 does. I've never seen it before, so I can't comment on that. Barbell Eater. It's a grade 3, 13k, and he's got 4 attacks this turn. Double crit and heal, so he's setting up. Akina's setting up that drop zone fast, but he's drawn a lot, so that makes sense. Critical trigger comes down here. He gets 10k power and extra crit. Panther Head, yep, gets initial 10k power. So these markers are going to become a really big deal. 25, no guard here. 23 here. Unless the barbell is something else. Oh, that's the card he gave him. It's rejecting him, isn't it? How'd it get so big? It's crazy.
でもさ、お前は俺がすごいって言うけど、お前だってすごいじゃん。惑星クレイに行く研究とか、俺にはできないよ。あとスオを救ったのは俺じゃない。ヴァンガードだ。それにヴァンガードを好きな気持ちがスオの中に残ってたのは、クオンの存在も大きかったんじゃないかな。お前はすごい、すごい友達だ。だからこそ。 負けたくないって気持ちが湧き上がってくる。行くぞクオン。
Makes a lot of sense. Alright, here comes the Rezael Vita. You know, I'm not gonna lie, the ride chants in every series after G has been like really lame. I'm just gonna be honest here, like they don't have that epic like music or that epic feel to it that the other Vanguards used to have. Like back in the day when Aichi would be like, stand on my avatar, ride Blaster Blade, you felt that. When Kai would give a long speech about the evolution of Dragonic Overlord, you felt that. When Ren, with his sarcastic expression or his smug grin, would talk about his Phantom Blaster Overlord or his Blaster Dark cards or Avenger cards, you felt that. You felt that energy. Here, I don't know, they just feel really dry. So I don't really care for ride chants anymore. It might be because I'm older now, but it still doesn't hit that like epicness to it. It feels weak. The wordings don't even sound good. Alright, it's getting serious. Let's pay attention to the fight. Okay, so Levidress, Infinity Markers. Obviously using robots as shield. Okay, so he was able to weaken the first wave attacks, and then he gets a perfect guard to his hand, which is a real big deal. And he's already used his divine skill, so that 10k and crit is gone, but he pressured hard last turn. There's Gabelius, critical trigger, which is a big deal right now. Oh, it's so crazy. That deck generates so much advantage. It's like you call cards and they all come back. They all become like hand value. It's crazy to me. But I will say this is like probably the closest to like a competitive Rezael deck that I've seen and Levidress deck that I've seen so far, except that grade 3 back there. I haven't seen a Shermouth come out so far. I don't know what that grade 3 does, but I feel like if he had that, he would have more draw power because I don't know why Kuon's hand has just felt so light. And I think he's playing Rainbow because I've seen a draw trigger, I saw a front, and I just saw a crits. So he might be playing Rainbow in his deck. Or if he is playing Rainbow, then you know it's fine, but... I love the support from the Destined ones. Well, there's the Persona Ride. That's the first big step. Got Huli. So he gets his board back. And he had the Levidress in hand. Okay. Putting on Akina's board, but only one on his. So he chose not to maximize power. So he's not playing Shermu, he's not playing the Squirrel. Oh no, I feel like they nerfed him. This feels like a nerf, am I wrong? Because we all know that Squirrel becomes an insanely strong booster with the effect, and then he's not playing the Shermu for the additional draw power. I mean, at least he has a Nantagaster, but I feel like anybody would be mad at him if he didn't have that card, because it'd be very weird not to play one of the strongest Levidress cards in your deck in this matchup. I don't know. Of course it was that. I mean, he got to check it off the Nobiris effect, so we already knew something was on top. $32K. 45. There's more crits. One attack left, 45. And there's the perfect guard he added from mastering. So we've got a crit, a heal, Levidress in hand, and I think a 5K. He's got 3 damage. But it's probably going to come up now, so when it does come up, I'll bring it up. Ooh. Yep, I didn't want to bring it up, but here it is, the Divine Skill, because I didn't see the animation for it. And with all the crits that we've been showcased so far, it should be a decent amount. 7. That's 7 criticals. And Rezael's an extra drive. And with all that deck checking and compression that Rezael does, he might have like 10 cards left in deck and 7 of them be crits. But I don't think he burned through his deck that fast. You know how the game goes sometimes. And he's swinging with Vanguard first, so those Wisdom, the Levidress markers don't matter. And Grobwellius as a backup for a drive check. That's actually huge against Kuon, because that means that with the 4 cards in his hand, he won't be able to draw additional cards to block. And the Severus bonus gives additional 5K. The Gigantic has an additional 15K because of its effect. Grobwellius can do a drive check. There's a lot of power on that board. 12 triggers amongst 24 cards, 8 of them are crits. Well, let's see what happens here. Well, there's a critical trigger. At least one was going to show up. Persona. Another crit. Oh, wow. Well, that sucks to see how it ends, but that's how it goes. 43K triple crit. Well, he can still pull. He's pulled 2 heals. I mean, he could pull a healer on OT, but I mean, this is a protagonist fight, so no. And he didn't get Vanguarded. That's unfortunate. And Akina wins.
花月さんの真似しただけだけどね。今日のところは
Yeah, imitation is the best form of flattery.
だけど次こそ勝ってみせる。ああ
Man, you gotta put the squirrel, you gotta put Shermounts in your deck. This would have been an entirely different card fight if that was the case. I don't know, y'all. I feel like Kuon got nerfed. I'm gonna talk about it later. Why is everyone blushing?
いいファイトだった。まずは一勝だね。さて、師匠も負けてらんないな。次は私の番だ。
Alright, you guys, so that concludes the majority of the episode before we go into card of the day. And yeah, I feel like this was a wonderful fight. This was a fantastic fight. It's a very realistic fight. Rezael and Levidress to this day, at the time of making this video, are still one of the best contending decks of the current format. I just don't like the fact that they nerfed Kuon. It feels like Rezael, Rezael is one of those decks where, like, the generic support for that exists right now is all very strong. But Kuon, they didn't even play, like, the key Levidress cards, I mean, whoever's coordinating these fights didn't do that. I feel like it was a perfect nerf. Like, Barbell Eater, no Shermount for extra draw power. And then, obviously, we all know about the Squirrel. Where was that? I mean, that's a card that says Levidress for Infinity Marker in it. So, I didn't like he put the order and then he played the grade 3 that I don't even know about. I don't know. That was... Oh, wait a minute. That was just something about the fight that I realized I didn't actually like. I did not enjoy seeing Kuon be nerfed. I feel like the fight would have been way more intense if they gave us an actual, like, at least copy and pasted deck list from, like, the top Levidress deck that you've seen or, like, the top Rezael deck that we've seen, because I love seeing competitive card fights actually being showcased in the anime. It gives it a bit of an extra, like, oomph to watch that. But I mean, for the sake of the plot, Akina has to win so that he can eventually fight Sugetsu in the future. So however that's going to lead up to, I mean, that's eventually what's going to happen, But if Akina did lose here, I would have genuinely, like, jumped in excitement, because I feel like ever since he started playing the game, he hasn't had... I don't like that type of treatment of where a new character comes into the game and they're like automatically like super, super good, despite having some actually bad fights in the series. My personal opinion. But that is it for the episode in terms of that. We're going to take a look at the card that we're going to discuss today, and I'll give my thoughts on that before I reach my final thoughts.
今回は幻想の騎士
Knight of Strict Spear, save this. Rezael skill, my front room needs to 5k powers in the battle after a boost. It can bind itself while you draw a card. Okay, so that's fair. This way you can't like consistently recur every single turn and get additional 5k when you persona turns. Okay, that makes sense. That's interesting. Challenge toward the future. Well, we've discussed the card of the day and my thoughts on the episode. Next week, it seems like it's going to be Erica versus Now. I already knew about this one. This is the only spoiler that I saw for it. Not the actual fight, but the fight that's going to happen. Everybody's running for Erica. In terms of conversation and my initial thoughts, I personally think that Erica is going to win the fight. But I do think that Now's going to shock everybody by using Rakshasa after her first turn with Varga. And it's going to be one of those things where it's like, yes, Varga's my Vanguard. Yes, this is the power that Siblet used to try and, do whatever it was that Siblet was going to do to the world. I don't really remember, but Rakshasa is my card. I'm going to master this power. And it's going to be a testament to Now's growth. Because Erica... there's a lot of Amorta support out right now, and it's getting a lot of new support, so I just figured they're going to showcase that versus the Varga support, and the only Varga support that came out for the deck was actually the Rakshasa stuff, which means that I expect this to be a Rakshasa versus Amorta match. Still a very strong card fight, but that's the route that I think it's going to go. I think Erica's going to win. To me, it just makes canonically more sense because of everything that she is going on, her being her own person, her changing her name, her finding a place in the world, and now already finally getting some clarity on what she wants to do. But this is one of those fights where I don't really care who wins. I'm happy with both. It would just be more exciting to see the climax of the fight. Like, is she going to drop that Rakshasa on Amorta and then she's going to be very surprised by it because she wasn't expecting her to do that and have to deal with that? Or is this just going to be a pure straight now fight with Varga, and maybe that eyeball scene with the two flares was now accepting both her, you know, dark and her light side to be a much stronger card fighter, be a much more aggressive card fighter, grow as an individual. But I don't know, we'll just have to wait and see till later this week. I definitely will be making that reaction video on time, and if not, it's because I'm out there enjoying my Valentine's or something, I don't know. But with that being said, card fighters, thank you so much for staying tuned throughout the entirety of this video. I'll catch you later. Peace.